Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two single malt Scotch whiskeys. And this is Jura Journey. Jura Journey, introduced in 2017. No age statement. If I told you what I paid for it, you'd get angry. And I don't mean angry like, wow, you paid too much. You'd be angry like, oh, that cheap? I'm just joking. You wouldn't be jealous. But I did get a great price on it. Now, great deal. Jura Journey, no age statement. There's the bottle. They make a wide array of Scotch whiskeys. Jura Distillery, owned by Whyte MacKay. You know, they make that Whyte MacKay rum. They sell that at Walmart sometimes. And then here's the competitor, Tomatin Legacy, but it's sold in the United States as Tomatin Dualcas, because there's already a legacy whiskey in the United States. So Dualchas means legacy in the Gaelic language. So they couldn't call it legacy, so they just called it legacy by a clever use of a different language. So bourbon and virgin oak casks. So they use an American white oak casks, never before used virgin and bourbon, ex-bourbon casks, aged 4 to 8 years. So the youngest whiskey in this is 4 years, and the oldest is 8. It's a blend of single malt whiskey. You know what I'm saying? It's all malt whiskeys from a single distillery. But that doesn't mean it's like a single barrel. Wooden cap. Pure cork. No particle board cork. This is owned by a Japanese company, and it's been owned by them for 37 years. 37 years. This distillery went out of business twice. All right, so it says since 1897. No, I don't know if it says since. It says established. Okay, that's more accurate. They established the Tomatin Distillery in 1897. Then it closed in 1909, I think, for a little while. They built a new distillery, more modernized, and then it closed in the mid 80s, and they were like, well, that's it. But then this Japanese company swooped in very quickly back in the heyday of Japan, buying out everybody, and they still own it today. And if you get on the company's main website, they have all kind of different brands of whiskey and liquor and whatnot that they make and own around the world, you know. And I think beer also, maybe sake. So it's one of those conglomerate situations. Dropping this everywhere. Jura, no age statement. Couldn't find any explanation of how age range. It is matured in American white oak and ex-bourbon barrels, just like the Tomatin. Now, this is like the particle board cork, press board cork. Now, Jura is 80 proof, 40% alcohol, but Tomatin is 86 proof, 43%. So with Tomatin, you're getting more alcohol per volume, by volume. Is that going to make it better? I don't know. It won't make it worse. All right. I'm not a high proof type person, you know, like a lot of people love. It's got to be 90 proof or they don't like it. That's their right. it's whatever you want to drink. Some people only drink barrel proof. That's fine if that's what you like, but it's too strong for me. I tried the 114 Old Granddad 114. The taste, nice. Everything nice. No complaints, but too strong. I could never take drinking that, you know. Appearance. I wish I wouldn't have poured this much. Poured a little bit too much, but I was trying to get it. I'm trying not to waste it. I'm trying to, you know, rest on these so I can keep doing challenges, to tell you the truth. This one's dark. Do they have coloring added? I wouldn't really be shocked if they did. I think they probably do have a little caramel color to give it a little darkness. But the Tomatin is very light. It's straw more than amber, like a light gold. And after 4 to 8 years, you'd think it'd be a little darker than that, perhaps. So maybe, but maybe not. But so maybe it's not colored. Just like the when I was wrapping up the Irish whiskey, I noticed that the Drum Castle was aged 3 years, but very, very light. And I know the Ardbeg 10, got that coming up in a few days, single malt Scotch. They say on the website, non-chill filtered and no coloring added, no added color. And it's light, just like the Tomatin and the Drum Castle, and perhaps lighter, but not really too much lighter. Okay. Aroma. And if you look at the jury box, if you look at the Jura website, there's so many different offerings, and same thing with Tomatin. So it just goes on and on and on. You could not really, you could make a video channel and just do those two brands, and you'd be preoccupied for a long time, I'm afraid. Smells sweet, sugary, pungent. Is it peaty or smoky? No. It's just, there is a little kind of a compost aroma, but it's negligible, but it's there. Yeah, same thing here. About the same thing. Same type barrels. The island of Jura. Okay, so gentle smoky notes. Yeah, really gentle, like you can't pick them up. Now, Jura was started in 1810. 1810. But I think it was shut down for a while. It was. It restarted in 1963, I think they're saying on their website. I guess Whyte MacKay bought it. These companies, they're always getting bought out. So if you don't like companies buying, if you don't like buyouts and corporate ownership and all that, I would stay away from any kind of liquor, rum, whiskey, brandy, tequila, because they're almost all, there's so many buyouts. It's just, you're going to be angry all the time. You'd be mad, hurt, confused, upset. And don't mess with wine either, because that's so many buyouts every week. So stick with beer. You can find even today obscure beer companies that are not bought out, and you can get very attached to them, and that you could be really loyal to them, and it'll be like a family. Like when people used to buy Saturn cars. Of course, now the company will sell out eventually and say adios amigos, and they're off to the hills, and you're sitting there hurt, confused, upset, and angry. Yeah, Highland. I knew it was Highland. All right. Taste time. Sugar. To me, whiskey tastes like sugar water, like rock candy. People might say you're crazy, I don't think I'm crazy, but I just think it tastes like that. There is a little smokiness though. Oof. Have I ever been to the island of Jura? I've never been to Europe. I've been to Long Island, been to City Island, been to the Isle of Orleans, which technically is no longer an island by virtue of the Mississippi River levee, but that's a technicality. And by nature, it's an island. Been to Grand Isle, Key West, and all the many other Florida keys. Been to the Bahamas, New Providence Island. This is like sugar water too, but it's not as sugary. There is a hint of smoke on this one as well. A hint. I mean, it's like, you know, like you think you caught a fleeting glimpse from the corner of your eye. Do I like single malt Scotch better than blended? Oh, yes, I guess. Maybe, perhaps, possibly, probably. I don't know. I don't know about that. I like that dough, the bread dough thing that goes all the way through, though. You know, the barley malt's like bread dough. When you do the blended, then you get the cereal grain. It's like corn, then the bread dough, or corn and the bread dough, corn mixed with the bread dough. But you could tell. It's like blended beer and single malt beer. You say, what? Well, that's right. Budweiser is a blended beer. They use grain and barley malt. Heineken is an all malt beer. They use only barley malt. Same principle. Same result. Clean, 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 clean. Hint of smoke. Medium bodied. Clean. I can't find my glass. Very pleasant, very copacetic, very, very nice. Now, I really don't know how somebody could try this and talk about it's nasty. Oh, I hate it. Now, if you want to say it's a little low profile in the flavor, like if you want to say it's bland or a little dull, okay, I don't agree with that, but I can see that kind of thinking. But to say that it's off-putting and nasty and offensive, oh no. No, because it'd be like saying clean water is off-putting and offensive because it's not loaded with flavor. Well, I mean, you know, it's water, you know, but so these are very nice. You say, well, what do you expect for $26 for Tomatin? That's what I paid for it. And what do you expect for $22 for Jura? $22.99. That's a true story. I paid that. Well, I expect exactly what I'm getting here. Nice, pleasant, and not so elaborate, but also very nice. So what's the downside? What's the faults? None. None. No faults. No downside. No negatives. How you like that? Now it's nice when you can sip on a product that's 100% good and 0% bad. Okay. Little honey sweetness there. Yeah. Now who's the winner? You notice? You know, I am not picking up on a proof difference. 86 proof versus 80, and I'm not noticing it. Let me try a little bit more. A little bit more. That'll be the key, you know. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. I'm not going to say what I was thinking because I'm not sure. I was going to say something like, oh, I can feel the heavier body or something, or the more, but I'm not sure. These are close, man. It's like, well, I like this one better, but no, but I like that one better. But no, I really prefer this one more, but actually I prefer for that. What do you do when that it's a tie? It's a tie. It's a tie. Well, if it's a tie, then Jura wins because it's cheaper. Not much cheaper, but a little bit. In my area, southeastern Louisiana, now where you live could be the opposite. It might be Tomatin's cheaper or whatever. Are there other Tomatins around here? Oh yeah, but mainly we see the brown bottle. You know, the brown label, the Dualchas. But they got others. Jura, oh, there's all kind. Like, well, Walmart doesn't sell Jura, so I can't get it here. But if I go into like Total Wine and more, they have Jura Journey. They got Jura 18-year. That's like $150. $150. The Crown Royal 18-year age was $129.99. But I didn't buy it. It's a blended whiskey, 18-year age. I didn't buy it because well, I didn't want to spend the money. And secondly, I'm tired of keep jumping around. I keep violating my own protocol because I wanted to do Crown Royal, the XO, that's the cognac barrel age. I wanted to do the Crown Royal Reserve, the XR. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to climb the ladder, but I keep not doing it. I never address it. So if I'm jumping to the 18-year age, then I'm never going to get to the others. It's the same thing with Buchanan's. I said, oh, let me buy this, let me buy that, this, that, this. I still never bought Buchanan's Master. I never bought the 18-year age. And I sure never bought the red cap. So it's like I'm not going to get to it if I don't get to it. And same thing with Johnny Walker. I never bought the black label yet. No excuse for that. There's reasons because I've been jumping around buying everything else. So it's got to reach a point where you say, yo, but you want to buy Famous Grouse. You want to buy that 69 Gold. You want to buy Black and White. You want to buy all these others. I know that's Passport, even Passport. That's popular in India. Really, I want to buy them all at once and drink them all at once and review them all at once. That's insanity. You know, you say, well, can I play with madness? I think I have a winner. I think I prefer this one a little bit more. Just the tiniest bit, but it's so small, it's not really worth mentioning. But I am going to go with this, and I think it's Tomatin. And I'm not sure about that, and I'm not confident, but I think it's Tomatin. Ha ha. It is the Tomatin. That was close. Kind of scary. Kind of nerve-wracking, but I got it. All right, so is Tomatin a little bit better than Jura? Well, maybe on a 100-point scale, might be 2% better. But you're paying more than 2% in money. So, I mean, in reality, they're about the same. And you may as well just say, you say, well, I don't really have all this money to be throwing around. You reviewing stuff every day of the week. And you like, I can't be out there buying this and that and everything. I'm on a budget, man. This is America. We're becoming a third world country slowly. I got to live in this Paraguayan type existence, you know, and I'll say, okay, I understand that. And so if you do need to watch the money, then yeah, go with the Jura because you're not losing anything really. All right, but very nice products. Either way the cut goes, you're winning. You're winning, 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 winning. Burley Solomon says, you, hello, Burley. Rubesy Boobsy says, you, Renegade the Destroyer says, go Tigers. And Burley Solomon says Sooners. And I'm saying go Lions, Southeastern Louisiana Lions. Now, real quick, let's look at all the other brands that Jura makes. I don't know what this little barrel thing's supposed to signify at the bottom. It's showing 5 barrels, no, 7 barrels, and it's like, what does this signify? Open image. Oh, well, maybe if they didn't put it in microscopic print, it would make sense. Oh, it shows what kind of barrels. American white oak, and it's unpeated. It's 80% unpeated and 20% peated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 2 goes into 6, 3, 2 goes into 8, 4. 75% unpeated and 25% peated. Okay, so 25% peated. So there is a reason I was picking up smoke because it exists. Maybe I do know a little something. All right, our craft. You can learn about their craft. And whiskey.com did a tour of their distillery, and I put that on my watch later list. There's also Jura 10-year-old, 12-year-old, 7 wood, 18-year-old. Now that's just the regular. That's the regular lineup. That's just the starting point. Now there's the signature series, meaning time to spend some money, baby. There's the 21-year-old, the Tide. You can wash your clothes with it. The Tide. And there's more, but let's see. A sweet, fruity, and nutty single malt with indulgent waves of depth and intensity. 21-year-old. Tide Time. Oh, you're gonna pay if you buy that. No problem. Then there's travel exclusive. You can only get at the airport if you're going across the seas. The Sound, the Road, the Lock, the Paps. 18-year-old. Rare Limited. 28-year-old. Oh, well, you better really have a lot of money, boo, because you're going to need it. And they have past expressions, which could come back at any time or might still be on the shelves, as we all know. Origin, Jura Origin. Superstition, showing an onk. Own, Jura's Own. Oh, Dualchas Own. Prophecy. Oh, this is some kind of like Scottish rite kind of weird stuff. But anyway, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You could just spend all your life fooling with Jura. Now look at the Tomatin. The Legacy, or Dualchas in the United States of America. 12-year-old, cask strength. 14-year-old, 18-year-old. I hope you got a lot of money because you're going to need it, really. Releases. The Cognac edition, the Riv Saltes edition, the Sauternes edition, the Mon Bazilac edition from 2008. Travel retail. Got to go to the airport. 40-year-old, 40-year-old, 21-year-old, 16-year-old, 8-year-old. The Prestige line. 30-year-old. 6-year-old. Oh, now we're talking about $1,200, $1,300. $1,200 or $1,300. Tomatin 1971. Now you're looking at about $5,600 to $6,500, and I'm not joking about that. Go to the Sazerac house, you'll see what I mean. In 1972, 1977, 1975, 1971. Oh, I mean, now it's like Warehouse 6 collection. Now it's off the wall. I mean, you basically can't afford it. You just can't get it. It's like the Louis the 13th, Remy Martin Louis the 13th. I mean, they got it for a low $33,995. So you could see right there by me reading it to you, but you have to look. It's better to look on the website, not on your phone, on a little small thing. But that just those two distilleries, Tomatin and Jura, that you could literally, and not figuratively, literally only focus on those two, and you never run out. You never run out of options. You run out of money, you'll run out of money, but you won't run out of options. You see. CM says, "What are we drinking this morning?" Well, I'm not drinking. I would never drink. I mean, I'm not going to drink whiskey at 6 o'clock in the morning. I have enough self-control. But I was tasting Jura Journey, a fabulous product. Oh, what a great product. Oh, can't wait till Thursday morning to do the next Dawn Busters with Jura versus Glen Moray. Oh, Elgin Classic. Oh, that's going to be a great taste. Oh, what a taste challenge. What a taste challenge. But we have to wait. Some things are worth waiting for. Others are not. So there you go, Jura. The great Jura Journey. And the competitor and the winner, in fact, but barely a winner, but Tomatin Dualcas. Oh, what a price. Would I recommend buying either one of these? Absolutely. Without any shadow of a doubt, I would strongly suggest buying both. They are fabulous. Fabulous. And with no reservations. Miss Orangey, she's outside. She wanted to go outside. When I got the newspaper, she went outside. I said, "Come on back in." She didn't want to come in. I said, "All right, you staying out." No, she's probably angry now. But if I go walking, she'll come walking behind me like a dog. She'll walk. She goes for a walk. I never tried a collar with a leash, but she might do it. But she's out there. She was right here a little while ago, wanting to lay on me and everything. But I said, go on outside. I had a killer Baltic Porter this morning. Ron says Beer Hounds. Wow. Was that the one from Poland or the Baltic states? Those are great. It costs a little bit, but they're so good. Some of them be so strong, though, like 11, 12, 13% alcohol. Ooh. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching this video production. Two great products. Again, like I said, I did. Now, you say, what about Wednesday? Well, I did Wednesday yesterday. Yesterday, I did the Wednesday slot with the closing out the Irish whiskey. And it was the same thing, because like Jameson, you can't go wrong buying Jameson. It's not like world class, but then why would you think it is at $21.99? And then the surprise competitor, the Drum Castle, which don't pass it over. It doesn't have the best looking label. It's okay label. And it's $14.99 on sale. Seems like that's always on sale. But anyway, it's so much better than the price point. Don't you love it when you buy something that the price point is here, but the score is there? And that's one of those. It's one of those. From Delahunt, San Clemente, about 8.5. Oh. Well, I guess I'd like it. Oh, St. Clements. Craft Beer Tastic says, does your local Walmart ever get any rare whiskey offerings in? Yes. Actually, they do. They had the Bastille 1789 blended whiskey from France. But I didn't buy it. You could tell it wasn't colored. It was so light. It was obviously not colored. But even at the discount price of half off at $17.99, still thought it was a little expensive. And I said, nah. And now it's all gone. So when they cut the price to half, it all sold out. No more Bastille. But yeah, well, that's an example. And then they have really rare and unusual like brandy and stuff. Yeah, so you would think Walmart, they don't carry rare brands. Oh, yes, they do. Nightcap is a shot of Kessler. Oh, yes. Well, that's Kessler's coming back. Kessler's coming back to do battle with Iron Wheel blended whiskey. Kessler better get ready because Iron Wheel 75% to 25% straight bourbon. Of course, Kessler's 27.5% straight whiskey. So Kessler's not going to back down. And I don't know what Iron Wheel, if Iron Wheel's any good because I never had it. All right, thanks everybody for watching this video production.